Hi everyone. Today we're going to be working on assignment 4.1, the geometric construction here. So the first thing here, you're going to want to download our DWG file, this worksheet here. There's two worksheets on top of it here. So download this file. It's an AutoCAD file here. To find this video, you're going to be looking on the Learn page here. So on this Learn page, you can see we're going to have a video here for us part 1 and then a video for part 2. And we have another video from our UBU instructor down below. So I'm going to open up this file here. So geometric instructions. First thing here, I'm going to put my name up in the upper left here. So don't forget to put your name right now. So I'll put my name down up top here. And I'm also going to save this file right now. Okay, I'm going to go up to the AutoCAD and I want to organize this file to make sure I have it in the correct spot here. In my mech folder, my mech 1, and I have a module 4 folder, and this is going to be 4.0. Just practicing this here, and click on save. All right, so to see what we're going to be doing here, you can see under this file here, we're going to be starting with bisecting a line here. So we're going to be using circles to do most of these activities here, so different geometric shapes. So to bisect this line here, I'm going to split this line into 2. So C for circle. I'm on my construction layer also. And then I'm going to draw a line going about 3/4 of the way across or so. Not going all the way. And then I'm going to copy this line. So CO for copy. And then from the center point here, I'll move it over. And then I'm going to click right there. And now I can draw a line from this point here. I'm going to go on my object layer so we can see this here and draw a line, L for line, and draw it all the way down to here. See if it snaps on there like so. Okay, now we've bisected this line. So this, on both sides of here, it is the same distance. One thing you might want to do is turn on your different line weights or line types. You can see up here, we have a line weight under our customization tools. I can turn it on, turn it off, but now it's on. But now I got to turn it on my menu bar down here. So line weight display, and you can see the difference there. And highlights it, it actually shows the depth of the object a bit better. So I like to leave it on sometimes and turn it for this exercise, but we can turn it on and off. Okay, next here, we're going to bisect an angle. First off, I'm going to start by drawing a circle. Do this on my construction layer. So C for circle, and then snap on there, right there. And I'm going to draw it not past both lines, but I want to intersect both lines. And then I'm going to draw another circle from the intersection of this point here. So, and you can see if we look on this worksheet what we're doing, I'm drawing another circle from this intersection, and I'm going about almost to that edge there, and then I'm drawing another circle right here. So I'm going to draw the circle and drawing it up here like so, and right about there. And then I'm going to copy this here. So we're going to bisect this line again, so similar to what we just did there. And CO for copy, and select that midpoint. Oop. Let's select the object, CO for copy, and select that midpoint. And then I'm going to bring it up to this point right there. And then I'm going to bisect this line here. So L for line, and straight down the center right there. And then one command we have not used yet, so I'm going to change this actually to an object layer. But I'm going to extend it. So EXT, you can see extend, and I can click on this line here, and I'm going to extend it this way. Let's see, EXT, extend. Let's try and not have it on, extend. Okay, there we go, like so. I'm going to extend that line just like that. Cool. All right, so we bisected an angle. Next here with an equilateral triangle. So triangle with 3 equal sides. So back on my example sheet here, you can see we're going to be drawing 2 separate circles. Bring it up here. 2 separate circles, and the circles just go all the way across that triangle. So again, I'm on my construction layer, C for circle, and then I'm going to draw a circle all the way across to right here. Okay, and then I can do the same thing if on the right side, or I can copy it, I like to copy it. CO for copy. Select my midpoint, and okay, CO for copy, and select my midpoint right there. Okay, and then L for line, and coming straight up to that corner, and then straight back down to here. And I want to make sure all those are on the object layer. So I'm going to select those 3 lines, and then let's make sure those are on the object layer. I can also, once I have those lines selected like I do right now, I can open my properties, so PROP for properties. And my properties pops up on the left side here, and you can see my length should be the exact same, 0.8733. And the angle's going to vary, everything else is going to vary, but the lengths are exactly the same. The pentagon might be the most complicated exercise throughout all of these here. So this is an important one. You might want to pause this video if you're watching this video at home. But I have a circle right here with 2 perpendicular lines in the center. So we're going to bisect this line right here. So we're going to start with bisecting that line. So you can see my example here. Lots of circles going around the edge there, but we're going to bisect that line to start off with. So I'm going to draw a circle here, and this circle is going to cover going almost to the edge, but not quite all the way to the edge right there. So it's just like, oh, it wants to snap to the outside. Let's try one more time without snapping to the outside. So right about there. That's fine. Okay, then I want to bisect this here, so I'm going to copy this. So CO for copy, and on that center point here. And I'm going to bring it over to this edge right here, and I can draw a line going down the center. Okay, so I bisected that right side of our perpendicular line right there. Oh, I messed up something there. Let's see if this is not bisecting. Let's try this one more time here. Whoop. Bring it all the way over like so. Okay, I don't think I was on the correct node there. Now I can draw that line straight down the center. Perfect. Okay, I bisected that line now. Now I'm going to delete this here, delete these circles just to clear this up a bit, because we're not going to need these, otherwise it's going to get pretty messy. So this circle can go away, this circle can go away, and I'm going to save that line there. So I'm going to draw a circle from the top, from this node here, to that midpoint, all the way up to the top edge of this circle here. And now I have that here, and you can zoom in on here, and it matches exactly on the edge right there. And then I'm going to draw another circle from where it meets here on this edge of that circle to the x-axis right here. And again, this is very complex here, I understand. Then I'm going to copy this 4 times. So CO, copy, and I want to copy it on the center point, and I'm going to copy it 4 points to where it meets the edge of the circle. So watch this here. So moving around here, where it meets on this point here, and then one more time right over here. Whew, pretty messy. It's going to make a lot more sense now, though. So I'm going to change this to our object layer, and I'm going to draw a line, so L for line, and make sure I'm on the right point here, and snap there. Okay, zoom out a bit so I can see what I'm doing here. And I'm going to snap down here, and I'm going to turn my ortho mode off here, so restricting that cursor. Then I'm going down to right here to this point, and then to this point here, and then all the way up there, and then right there. And that looks awesome. Then if I want to select all these here, and I selected each piece, each line, these should be exactly the same length because it's a pentagon. It's right there, and you can see length is 0.670. Sweet. All right. Then on to the square here. So with the square, I'm going to draw one circle in the lower left here. And it's going to intersect both of these lines. So circle, I'll make sure I'm like construction layer first here. Construction layer, C for circle, and then all the way up like so. Okay, and then I'm going to copy this here. So CO for copy. Just make sure I'm doing the correct point here. the square, yep. And then, so you can see what we're doing there. And then CO for copy, select that midpoint, and we're bringing it right here to that edge, and right up here to this edge. And then I have some line points that I can draw this with here. So over from this point to this point right here, and right down to the edge there. Let's make sure those are on our object layer. Pretty simple to draw that square. And then object layer, and then I'm going to trim off the edges. So TRIM for trim. Trim off these edges here, delete those edges. Sweet, escape out of there. Okay, the octagon, you might think this is kind of complicated, but it's not as complicated as you'd think, because the pentagon was pretty complicated, octagon pretty easy. You can see what we're doing here. We're going to draw an X going across. We're going to basically bisect that box there, and then we're going to draw 4 equal circles around the edge. So a line going across. Now I'm on my construction layer here. Line going all the way across to right here, and then same idea from this corner right there. And then I'm going to draw 4 circles. So I'm going to be on my construction layer and draw 4 circles to the center here, like so. And I can copy these around too if I want to instead of drawing them all. Again, I like to use the copy feature. And then on my nodes or my endpoints here, let's block on there, like so. Okay, once you blocked on there, looks like one of mine's off actually. Let's see, I'll just draw some circles. My snaps, my computer's lagging a bit trying to record this video, so hang tight with me. Right there, and then one more to right there on the edge. Sweet. Okay, then I'm going to draw some lines. And then L for line. And all the way up like that. And again, this is an octagon. All 4 of these sides should be, or all of these sides should equal more than 4. Sweet, like that. There we go. Cool. All right, so there is our first exercise here, and this will be exercise 2 coming up. But you can see if I go over to my paper space or my layout here, and I can already see these on here, and you're going to be submitting both of these files here in a few minutes when you finish. All right, make sure you've saved this file. So again, save the file. And I'll replace it there.